What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, Sugar Salon TV. It's M. Williams, and I know everybody's talking about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Diddy, Dil, whatever all they call him. I know everybody's talking about him, but I'm about to talk about why are so many hairstylists not licensed? Why are there so many people in the service industry like hairstylists that's not licensed? So you're going to see me looking down from time to time. I'm just looking at my notes because I want to be really quick and really brief with you guys on this. But why are so many hairstylists? And don't forget, you guys, I'm always going to drop stuff on the screen, and I'm going to always drop stuff down below in the description box. So don't forget to look there. Look there. Why are so many stylists not licensed? And because some of them didn't finish cosmetology school, you guys. Some of them didn't finish cosmetology school. You know, I used to have a storefront salon, and I remember when I first opened the storefront salon, my husband and I, we had a brick and mortar in a strip plaza, and I was trying to hire hairstylists, and I would do these interviews. And then when I was, you know, it seemed like someone that I would want to hire, you know, they didn't have a license, you know. So a lot of times, you know, they would go to school, but they did not have a license. So why did a lot of them not have a license? Well, a lot of them, to be in all honesty, a lot of them weren't licensed because they didn't finish cosmetology school. So when I was interviewing people, you know, a lot of them said they didn't finish. You know, some of them may have gotten pregnant, they would tell me. So I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm just telling you, you know, I'm just calling a spade a spade. You know, a lot of them were saying that they did not finish school because they got pregnant. Then they just never returned back and then finished. But they wanted to be in the hair industry. It was a plethora of reasons, a variety of reasons. But that was one, because a lot of them didn't even finish for one reason or another. They had a lot of reasons, but some of them didn't finish. And some of them finished cosmetology school, you guys. Some of them finished. But then when they finished, they got all of their hours that they needed to go and sit for the state board exam. But a lot of them, once they finished, they were too afraid to go and take the state board exam so they can get a license. So in all honesty, you know, they finished school. They paid all this money, thousands of dollars, to go to school for cosmetology. And then in all honesty, they would tell me, oh, I was like, you know, in the interview, like, why did you finish school but then go and take the test? And they was like, to be honest, I was just afraid. I was nervous and scared about taking a test. So a lot of them, you guys, didn't get a license because they finished school but was too afraid to go and take the exam. And like I said, these are the stories and the reasons that I heard when I was interviewing, when I had my storefront. And you guys, if you stay to the end of this video, this video is going to be very brief. I'm going to have some very interesting information about the state of Georgia that you would like to hear. So stay to the end. So a lot of the reasons that I heard or that I just mentioned was because, you know, they just had a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety about taking the state board exam. So they finished school, but they didn't even go and take the test. So now here in Georgia, I'm in Georgia, you know, I'm in the northern suburbs of Atlanta. So in Georgia, you guys, this was happening so much, so often, where people would finish school but would never go take the exam, that Georgia started this thing where if you finish cosmetology school but you don't go and take the state board exam within 4 years or less after you finish cosmetology school, if you don't go and sit for the state board exam to take it, they won't allow you. They actually will not allow you to take it. In all honesty, they won't. So you guys, like I said, in Georgia, if you don't take it within that 4-year time frame after you finish cosmetology school, then you have to go back to cosmetology school
all over again
if you don't take that test within 4 years. So you guys, in all honesty too, the reason a lot of cosmetologists or hairstylists are not licensed, because a lot of states don't require you to be licensed. In all honesty, a lot of states do not require you to have a license. And then a braid license, you know, braiders, if you're a braider, a lot of states do not require you to have a license if you braid. So you guys, which states don't require you to have a license to braid? Which states do not require you to have a license to braid? Well, you guys, I'm glad you asked, because I'm going to list them out. And I'm going to put them on the screen. So here we go in alphabetical order. Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Georgia, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Maryland, Michigan, Mississippi, Nebraska, Texas, Utah, Virginia, Washington, and West Virginia. Those are all the states that do not require you to have a license to be a braider. Do you think a license should be required for braiding? Drop it down below in the comments. Tell me if you think that a braider should have to have a license. Do you agree with this? The state of Georgia don't require a license for a braider, and all those other states that I just named. Do you agree with this? Do you think it's okay not to have a license? And so, you know, you guys, like I said, when I owned my salon, my storefront salon, and I had a storefront salon and I had 2 salon suites at the same time, it can become a challenge to try to hire hairstylists because, you know, a lot of them were not licensed, or they went to school, then finish, or went to school, finish, and then take the exam. So, you know, so just drop it down below. Let me know. Do you mind if your braider is not licensed, or do you even care if your stylist is not licensed? Does it matter to you? Drop it down below. Like, let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. And so what I wanted to say to the end is, if you looked at one of my videos that I did not too long ago, I'm going to drop it down below so you can watch it. It was talking about the Georgia Senate Bill 354. And so they were voting on trying to make it where if you were a barber, a nail tech, esthetician, cosmetologist, hairstylist, or whatever, you know, you may not have to have a license to do hair, or to be a barber, or any of those things I just named, depending on what you do. So Georgia was trying to change that. So I just want to update you and let you know that bill did pass in Georgia. So if you go in my description box down below, you can click on the link and you can open it up. It will open up that bill that did pass recently here in Georgia. And you can read it in detail, and it will tell you, it's about 7 pages. It'll tell you everything about barbers, nail techs, estheticians here in Georgia. So you may be somebody who lives in Georgia and you're wondering that, or you may be somebody who's thinking about moving to Georgia. But I just wanted to put that down below. If you click on that link, you will see it, and then watch my other video. So you guys, I hope you like my video. I told you it would be brief, it would be fast, it would be to the point. And just telling you about why a lot of hairstylists are not licensed. But if you are in Georgia, or if you're in one of those states that I named for where braiders who don't have to have a license, and in Georgia you don't have to have a license to be a braider. So if you're here, but if you want your stylist to be licensed or your braider to be licensed, then you just ask them, are they licensed? If you don't want the person to be doing anything with your hair without a license, then you need to just simply ask him or her, you know, if they're licensed. And then if they're not, and you prefer that they be licensed, then, you know, just find one who is, because there are licensed hairstylists and licensed braiders out here. Anyway, you guys, look down below. I got some good information down below in the description box. Please give me a thumbs up. I hope you will subscribe. See you in my next video. If you have some comments, drop them down below. You guys know what to do, so I'm going to see you on my next video. Peace and blessings.